Today we're going to take a look at the Pixel 3a XL, which has a 6-inch screen, 64 gig of storage, 4 gigs of RAM, and it has a Snapdragon 670 processor. So this comes in 3 different colors. This one is clearly white. No, seriously, that's what it's called. It also comes in just black and purple-ish. I'll leave a link in the description with current pricing and more information. But besides the unboxing in this video, I'd also like to take a look at this camera that everyone says is just as good as the original Pixel 3. So I'll do some samples of photos and maybe even some samples of video. And I also want to test this phone on gaming. It's usually a good indicator of how good the phone works. So I like the packaging, it's nice and simple. You've just got the bare necessities basically. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. All right, so I like what I'm seeing so far. You've got a sticker for the Google logo and hashtag Team Pixel. SIM ejection tool. Short and simple user guide. Safety information, which everyone should read as soon as they get their phone. Then you've got a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. And you can see in the user guide, if you're wanting to copy from an old phone to the Pixel, you can use their quick switch adapter. And of course your 18-watt USB-C charging adapter. Supposedly you can get 7 hours of usage just in 15 minutes of charging. Oh wow. The first thing I notice is how much lighter this is than my OnePlus 3. It's about the same width, but just a little bit taller. But because it's made of a plastic material, it just feels a little bit lighter. So you can tell the phone itself is a matte white finish. Until you get towards the top where the camera is, you can definitely see that it's more of a high gloss finish, which I think looks really good in person. So on the back, you've got your fingerprint scanner and your LED flash next to the rear camera. Here on the top is what I think surprised a lot of people when they included a 3.5mm headphone jack, now that everyone's getting rid of those. And then you've also got the microphone. And then on the other side, you've got like a fluorescent orange power button, which looks really cool with white. Almost like a fluorescent tangerine color. Then right below that, you got the volume rocker. And then on the bottom, you got your USB-C charging port. And I know it looks like there's 2 speakers there, but you've actually got 1 speaker on the bottom, and the other speaker is on the front of the phone up towards the front-facing camera. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it on and see what we've got. And this does take a nano SIM card in case you're wondering. So it looks like you can't just plug USB-C to USB-C. You have to use the switch adapter. So that's nice. It lets you choose what copies over. I have 24 gig of photos and videos, so I definitely don't want to copy that over. Okay, so that seemed pretty easy. And this is another way you can bring up the assistant by squeezing the sides. Which feels really weird that you're squeezing the sides of your phone so hard. Oh, I didn't even realize this has always on display to show time, notifications, and other info. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna turn that on. So I also ordered the gray case right from Google. I'm probably going to do another video to show you all the different cases available right now for the Pixel 3a XL. So you can see already after I switched everything over from my old phone, except photos and videos, I've only used 15 gig or about 24%. So I'd say that's pretty good. My old phone was a 64 gig as well. And you can see this is Android version 9 with the March 5th, 2019 security patch. And I was pleasantly surprised when testing out PUBG. It actually recommended the highest setting for that game, and it played pretty smooth the whole time and looked really good. And really the battery life on this thing is pretty good. Here it's 6 o'clock at night and it's only down to 49%. That's definitely a little better than my OnePlus 3. I really won't know till I test this out for a longer period of time. So after testing out the camera for only about a day, yeah, this thing is amazing. I can pretty much take a photo of just about anything, and the results, well, here, why don't you take a look and see what you think. Here's a few samples that I took earlier. So here in portrait mode, it actually does something pretty interesting where you can decide whether the object in the foreground is in focus, or to give you an alternate image where the object in the background is a little more in focus. So that's definitely a nice feature to have. Now I didn't realize when you hold the shutter down and you don't let up, it'll just keep taking photos. This one I accidentally took 61 photos, which looks pretty crazy. I mean, it's almost like a frame by frame video. And then here's a couple night sight photos just to show you what it can do. And surprisingly, you don't really need much light for this camera. Besides being able to take really good photos, it also does really good at videos. I mean, look how smooth this is. The image stabilization on this is really good. I know I'm starting to sound like a Google fanboy, but once you use this phone and start taking some photos and video, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So I think that pretty much does it for this video. If you're looking for the best mid-range phone, or you just want a really good phone but don't want to pay $1,000, now the question I have is, how is OnePlus gonna beat this? Especially at this price point.
To take care of her the way she deserves. Something tells me there's a can of wax in my future. Don't worry. We got plenty to do before that.
So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.